All right, guys, welcome back to finally. I'm doing a new live stream after so long. I'm sorry it took so long to make a new to do a new live stream, but Google Hangouts is no longer available. So for this, we're going to be using a brand new alternative for live streaming. And that, my dear guys, is what is displayed in front of you all. I call this StreamYard. So if you want to do Google Hangouts and stuff, I would suggest creating a StreamYard account and then get you set up, and then that way you can be able to do it. So, and for my very first live stream here on the internet on StreamYard, hope you like that design. We are, I figured since the year is coming to an end, and since the 2010 2019 is coming to an end, I figured I go ahead and do this list. My least anticipated movies of 2020. So I do have 12 movies here on this list that I am not looking forward to at all. So, yeah, we have 12 movies here that we are going to discuss, and we are going to get started. So, there are 12 movies here to talk about. Before I go on, let me just say, if you like any of these movies, if you're excited for any of these movies, more power to you, because I know there are quite a few on here that some of you may be pretty happy and curious about. Some of these you are not, you will agree with me on, some of these you won't agree with me on. And another thing I am going to have to point out, just because just because I'm not excited for one of them doesn't mean that gives anyone the right to just bash in a disrespectful manner. Because dis any negative stupidity will not be tolerated. So, with that being said, I guess we can get started. I am going to hold this up. So, let's get started here. And y'all tell me if the StreamYard service thing is working for y'all. So, in 12th place is Barbie, the live action movie. Hollywood. I understand your whole logic with taking classic properties and trying to give them films. It works for most properties, like SpongeBob and Bob's Burgers, Family Guy, and Simpsons, and Transformers somewhat. But a live action Barbie movie, really? Granted, you have Margot Robbie playing the character, which honestly, Barbie, it could be played by somebody else. But that doesn't excuse, but I just need to know one thing. Why is this even necessary? Why? Is this even worth it? Is it even necessary? Is it even needed? My answer is no. It's not needed. And the only reason why we're getting this is because Hollywood insists on making every single toy property, giving them a live action film. I'm sorry. A Barbie movie doesn't really work. And Margot Robbie, I like you as an actress. I think you're beautiful. You're attractive. You may be from Australia, but you are a good actress. You're an Oscar nominee for crying out loud for I, Tonya. But you can do a lot better than this. You can do a lot better than this. Not much more to say on it than that. Number 11, Candyman. Let me get this right. It has been a long time since that last Candyman movie, Candyman 3 Day of the Dead. I like the original, no, I love the original Candyman. Candyman 2 is pretty decent. The third one, not so much. But this is just an example of an unneeded, very unnecessary reboot. I will give you credit because you have Jordan Peele producing it. And as of now, it looks like Jordan Peele is not sticking away from the horror genre. And I'm sure that this movie could be just fine. But when you look at the original Candyman, that was directed. I don't know who the director was. It's been a long time since I watched it. With Tony Todd as the Candyman, you can't beat the original. And I'm sure they're gonna try and do something different, their own thing. But there's only one Candyman. So, and that one Candyman is Tony Todd, always. So until we get a trailer or an advertisement or something, I'm really gonna be hesitant on this movie because it is not really needed. And I will be reviewing the 3 Candyman movies. It may not be for Halloween this year because I do have the Godzilla vs. Kong reviews, but it might be in early January or something. That way I'll already review them before the new film comes out. Number 10, Clifford the Big Red Dog. I grew up with Clifford the Big Red Dog. I still like Clifford the Big Red Dog, even as a 21-year-old autistic teen young adults. 21, Ashley. But there is literally no point of making a Clifford the Big Red Dog movie. I'm not hating on against the idea. I just don't really understand your logic. Understand why you want to turn Clifford the Big Red Dog into live action. Seriously. Yes, I know my older sister, she even grew up with Clifford the Big Red Dog, but there's just no freaking point of doing a Clifford the Big Red Dog movie in live action. There's not. And I feel like they're only gonna make this movie just to insult me as a fan, to insult me as someone who grew up with Clifford the Big Red Dog. That's what I feel like this movie is only made for, just to do that. I don't care if there are some people who may be excited for it, but I just don't really understand. Again, if you look forward to the movie, that's fine. And if I'm holding my phone up, it's because I do have to hold it on charger. So, yeah, that's the thing. But Clifford the Big Red Dog, there is no point of making this into a film. I don't get it. If you want to make it into a movie, that's fine, but it's gonna suck. Number 9, Untitled Saw movie. At this point, I like the Saw movies. They're not the greatest movies ever, but I can watch them. Even Saw 5, I don't like that movie, but I can watch it. Jigsaw, I have some issues with, but I can watch it. At this point, Lionsgate and Twisted Pictures, I think they should just leave the Saw series alone because you have pretty much milked this character, Jigsaw, for all of his worth. There's not much you can do with him. There's not much you can go. I just feel like this is pretty unnecessary and it's just not needed. And the fact that you want to have Chris Rock as one of your producers, I like Chris Rock, but Saw is not a comedy. Saw is not a freaking comedy. I'm sorry. At this point, the movie is set to come out in May 15th, so it just started filming. It's going to be called The Oregon Donor, but this is the 9th movie directed by Darren Lynn Bousman. I'll watch it because I'm a fan, but at this point, they just need to really let this franchise rest. After this, no more. Just let it go. Just let this series die. And number 8, Peter Rabbit 2. I didn't hate the first Peter Rabbit, but I didn't like it. It's especially with that carrot joke. I know there's a lot of people out there who likes the first one. And the second one comes out on February 7th. It's set to come out on February 7th. So it's going to have the returning cast and David Oyelowo. And James Corden is going to return as Peter Rabbit. Again, I didn't hate the first Peter Rabbit, but I didn't like the first Peter Rabbit. I was just in between. But the sequel to Peter Rabbit, I really don't know. Because a sequel, in my honest opinion, I just feel like the sequel is unnecessary at best. There's no need for a sequel. There's no need to turn this into a franchise. Hi, Tevia. My day is going pretty good. Thanks for joining us. There's a Peter Rabbit 2. That's a shock. Yes, there is, Tevia. I can't believe it myself. But yeah, I have nothing more to say with Peter Rabbit 2. It's just one of those movies I'm not really looking forward to. Neither is this one. And this is coming from Disney. Cruella. I like Emma Stone. I think Emma Stone, she will do just fine as Cruella de Vil. But what? This is supposed to be an origin story, I guess, just like Maleficent, which I hated the first Maleficent. Maleficent Mistress of Evil comes out next month, so we'll see how that goes. But it does look better than the first Maleficent. I'll give it that. You have Emma Stone, Emma Thompson, you have Mark Strong, and the director, Craig Gillespie, I think I've heard, he directed I, Tonya and the Fright Night remake, so I'm sure he'll do fine. But the problem is that there are 6 writers with this movie. You only need 1 writer. You don't need 6 writers. And one of the writers is one of the writers for the entire 50 Shades series. Not to mention, she wrote piece of crap Venom movie. Oh, I'll get to that when I get to number one. Oh, I'll get to it. I'm gonna get to that because I'm really gonna raise the roof when I get there. But honestly, what am I expecting out of this movie when it comes to, because I don't expect anything decent. I don't expect anything great. This is gonna be a waste of Emma Stone's time, and she's an Oscar winner. It's gonna come out in 2000. Oh crap, 2021. But you know what? It was set to come out in 2020. But so now that doesn't even count because oh my god, I just got out Freaks 2019. Pretty cool. Ooh, this is just stupid idea beyond belief, man. Beyond belief. So I shouldn't have even put I shouldn't have even put Cruella on the list. So now that's kind of false. But you know what? Six Rider sounds overkill. Maleficent is one of those movies I'm skipping. My review will be up soon. Cool. 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 So we're gonna scratch Cruella out. So now I can narrow that down to 11. Number 11 is Barbie. Number 10 is the Candyman movie. This Avengers for Life, this is the least anticipated. I'll do my most anticipated in December or January, but I am looking forward to Birds of Prey and Wonder Woman 1984. Like I said, number 11 was Barbie. Number 10 was Candyman. Number 9 was the new Saw movie. Number 8 was no. Number 8, number 9 was Clifford the Big Red Dog. Number 8 was the Untitled Saw movie. How is that getting a movie? I don't know, Tevia. I don't know. Number 7, Peter Rat. No. This is number 11, Barbie. Number 10, can Candyman. Number 9, Clifford the Big Red Dog. Wonder Woman 1984, I'm excited for. Me too. That most anticipated will come in December, January. And there's going to be a lot of awesomeness on that list. So I can't wait to bring that to y'all. Number 11 was Barbie. Number 10, Candyman. Number 9, Clifford the Big Red Dog. Number 8, The Donor Organ or Saw 9. Number 7, Peter Rabbit 2. So at number 6 is we have Soul. Disney Pixar's Soul. It is an original movie from Pixar, but the problem is I don't know much about Soul except for the cast. I know Kenneth the Movie Corners is looking forward to it. I know he is excited for it. But I don't know much about this one to really get excited for it. And I love Disney Pixar, but this is the one I look forward to the least. Because the one I look forward to the most is Onward. Because that I actually know something about. The only thing I know out of this one is that it's going to be a fantasy comedy adventure. It's going to star Jamie Foxx, Tina Fey, Questlove, Felicia Rashad, and David Diggs. It sounds interesting, but I have to see more about it. And the director is Pete Docter, who directed Inside Out, which was a really amazing Pixar movie. And the music is going to be done by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, the two leaders of Nine Inch Nails. That's always a plus. It comes out on June 19th, so I don't have much more to say about that one. All I'm just gonna say is I'll wait for the trailer to hold my judgments. Number 5, Escape Room 2. Similar to Peter Rabbit 2, Escape Room came out early this year, and I didn't hate it. I didn't like it. I thought it was okay at best. But it wastes its potential. And on top of that, it's PG-13 rated, so it doesn't have that full. It didn't get the chance to fully embrace itself. You know what I mean? If you had the R rating, if you would taken more advantage of your premise, I feel like it could have really been good. Yeah, and this comes out a few days after my 22nd birthday, August 14th, 2020. Wait, what? That's getting a sequel? Why? Hey, we got Entertainment Fanatic Reviews join us. What's up? But yeah, I like the cast. I like I like some of the interesting sequences going on here, but at the end of the day, I was ready to give this movie a highly recommended when I was watching it until you get to the last 20 minutes where you have to set up for a freaking franchise. Seriously, whose idea was that? You had a semi-decent movie going until you had to go that route. I swear, I almost feel like saying something bad about it because of that. Because what should have been a 100% standalone movie, you had to make the last 20 minutes of it a freaking setup for a sequel, which is beyond ridiculous. However, on a side note, nothing much, man. Just laying down and saw you were live. Just want to stop by and say hello. On a side note, I did like some of the cinematography. I like the music. I like the cast. I just wish I could enjoy the movie more. I haven't watched it since it first came out, so I'll try to be open-minded with this one, but again, it's not needed. Just not needed. We're getting down to the top 4 least anticipated of 2020. So before I go into those, if you haven't already, be sure to come over to the channel, subscribe for more Epictasticness, where we talk movies, TV shows, music, do top 10 lists, rankings, reactions, all that fun stuff. Be sure to follow all my social media links in the description box down below. And as always, you guys keep it cool and join the Epictasticness. So, in the 4th place, I don't know what is going on with this movie. I don't know what is happening with this thing, but the New Mutants. I was actually excited for this movie when it was supposed to come out initially in 2018. But then, because of the whole Disney Fox merger, they pushed it back again for reshoots to make the movie more. You push this movie back nearly 2 years. At first, it was supposed to come out on August the 2nd of 2019. No. At first, this movie was supposed to come out on February 22nd of this year. Then it got pushed back to August the 2nd. Then, this movie has been pushed back to April 2020. So now this movie is going through the worst of the freaking production troubles. And I like that first trailer, and it is interesting, but considering the fact that Dark Phoenix was a massive disappointment, look, I didn't hate Dark Phoenix. I didn't love it. I thought it was okay. The only reason why that movie is going in my X-Men collection DVD or Blu-ray is because I am a completist, and when you start something, you gotta finish it. But it makes no freaking sense, though. I was excited for it, but now I'm entertained for now. I feel like, hopefully, for all the freaking stuff that this movie has went through, I hope this movie is somewhat watchable. You have a good director in Josh Boone. You have a good cast. Anya Taylor-Joy, sexy as all hell. Maisie Williams, Charlie Heaton. You have an interesting concept here. A superhero horror movie, which, granted, Brightburn beat it to you. Brightburn beat you to it. At this point, I just don't care anymore. Tevia. This is supposed to be the final installment in the X-Men series overall. But just, I hope for all his work it's somewhat decent. But considering how Dark Phoenix turned out, gotta go, bro. Later, man. I'll see you guys later. I'll see you later. But for all it's worth, I hope New Mutants is at least somewhat watchable. Because if it's anything like Dark Phoenix or X-Men Origins Wolverine, oh my. But at this point, get your crap together and just release the darn movie already. Number 3, Dolittle, initially titled The Voyage of Dr. Dolittle. This is based on Dr. Dolittle. Look, I like the first 2 Eddie Murphy Dr. Dolittle movies so much. And the direct-to-video sequels, Dr. Dolittle 3, I can actually tolerate. Dr. Dolittle 4 and 5 are a whole nother story. But granted, you have Robert Downey Jr., you have John Cena, you have Marion Cotillard, you have a large cast here. It's not a biopic, it's a fantasy comedy. It's based on the character Dr. Dolittle. And I like Robert Downey Jr. as an actor, and I think he will do fine. And you have a whole cast who will do good. Tom Holland, Selena Gomez, Octavia Spencer. And this is the first movie to not be released by Fox. But this comes out in January. I don't know if this is a remake or what, but for some reason, why does this exist? Granted, I will give it a shot because I want to be open-minded. Even with a bad movie, I want to be open-minded. I just don't understand. I just don't understand. And plus, we have another movie with animals coming out this year. Granted, they're 2 big giant monster animals, but it's still animals. And that movie I'll get to in my most anticipated. It's called Godzilla vs. Kong. That's gonna be badass. But yeah. The Voyage of Dr. Dolittle, I hope is good, but until we get to January, I'm really going to be hesitant because January can go either way. It can be like 2018 January, or it could be like other Januaries in the past. But I'll hold my judgment. Good question. Why does it exist? Now we get into the top 2 least anticipated. The top 2. Why are we giving Clifford the Big Red Dog movie? I know, right? I grew up with Clifford the Big Red Dog. Now we're getting into the top 2 least anticipated movies of the new millennium. In these 2 movies, I had to make a choice, which would be number 2 and number 1. I had to fight making this list. Which one do I despise the most? Because these are 2 movies sequels to 2 movies I hated. One released in April of this year, and the other released in October of last year. And now, I chose wisely, and my least anticipated movie of 2000, no, my second least anticipated movie of 2020. I know there are probably a bunch of girls out there online, including my own sisters, who are looking forward to this. Good on them. I just ask why. That movie is the sequel to 2019's After We Collided. Oh my god. It's bad enough the first one was crap. Even though I gave that movie a D plus, that is still the worst movie of 2019 for me. But the fact that you have to make a sequel in less than a year away, the fact that you announced a sequel so soon after the release of your first movie, which is no surprise to me. But just let's get this out of the way. My thoughts on the first After movie. In case you didn't read my written review on my website, my review or on Letterboxd, or you didn't see my video review, or have yet to see my video review. The first After is not that good. I'm sorry. I am sorry. It is. I still go by what I say. It is the worst teen romance movie of all time. It's one of the worst movies ever made, and is one of the sorriest excuse for a young adult adaptation. Never heard of it, says Tevia. Look, I like some things in that movie, but overall, the reason why I hate that movie as much as I do is because you have two of the most unlikable characters. Tessa, no, Hardin Scott, who is basically a bad boy who likes to break girls' hearts, and then Tessa, the pretty 18-year-old college student who sees something good in him, who sees that the only thing she sees in him is that he's hot. I ain't gonna knock guys down because they're hot. I'm not gonna knock some girls who want to date bad boy. That ain't what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to tell y'all how I felt about that movie because the ending of that movie was so stupid, so horrible, and also Tessa, the way the characters were written in that movie, they were so stupidly written, that I couldn't give a shit about anything that was going on in the first movie. And this movie had the nerve to win a Teen Choice Award for Choice Drama Movie. Are you freaking serious? Are you freaking serious? And then there are 4 books in this After series. So this is basically spawned off of One Direction fan fiction. And I am a guy who respects romance movies, but I am getting so sick of these cheap, stupid ass, boring ass Twilight, 50 Shades of Grey, One Direction fan fiction bullcrap. That's basically what I'm saying. I'm getting sick of these cheap PG-13, 50 Shades of Grey, Twilight, One Direction, fan fiction bullshit. That's basically what the first After is. A bunch of fan fiction, One Direction bullshit. And guess what? This is directed by Roger Kumble. And if you know Roger Kumble, who Roger Kumble is, Roger Kumble is a good director, talented director. He directed Cruel Intentions. That was a good one. Cruel Intentions 2. I haven't seen that. He directed Just Friends, which I like. The Sweetest Thing. That was a pretty guilty pleasure. Fury Vengeance wasn't a great movie, but it was somewhat, yeah. Then he directed another movie this year called Falling in Love, which I haven't seen that yet. But Roger Gumbel, he's a decent enough director. Cruel Intentions is his best film. But after we collided, the first what I shouldn't have. I'm just gonna. Yeah, I know I'm taking a while to get my words out, but you know what? This is a live stream. I can say what I want to say because the Teen Choice Awards are run by teens. Honestly, I'm not surprised. This romance is just late. The romance in the first movie was lazy. The dialogue was cringeworthy. The direction was lifeless. The story was boring. Everything about that movie was just late. Was just horrendous. It's just and even but the biggest crime, the biggest sin that after commits, the biggest crime that after committed is the the depiction of romance. In Austin Putnam, he's a good YouTuber. He reviewed this movie. He pointed two things out I didn't even notice about the romance. After the movie had the nerve to say it is okay to take abuse in a bad boy in a relationship with the bad boy, and it had the nerve to say that it is okay to cheat on your girlfriend or your side girl or your side chick, whatever. But it's just after we collided, I don't, I'm not interested in the sequel at all. My sister, it may be excited, but I'm not excited. And we have some new actors in this movie. Candace King, I don't want to talk. Cole, Dylan Sprouse, and it is going to be a sequel with Josephine Langford, Hero finds Tiffany. And look, Josephine Langford, she is the real life sister of Catherine Langford. So, well, I need to get some dinner, so I gotta go see you, man. Thanks for stopping by, Toby. I Josephine Langford, she can have she has potential. Also, wow, that sounds like a messed up. It is a messed up message, but Josephine Langford, she is a good actress. I do think she has the potential of being a good actress, but give her a better movie. Give her a good script. After we collided, I am just not looking forward to the sequel. It's just gonna be even worse. It's just gonna be lazy. It's just gonna be uncomfortable again. Granted, it will be R rated, and it will be rated R, and it will be more like the novel. But no, I'm just like no. But my number one least anticipated film of 2020 in Venom 2. I need to take a little bit of a breathe here because the first Venom was awful. And granted, you have Andy Serkis directing, but that's not enough for me to get equally excited for this movie because you still have Marcel coming, Kelly Marcel returning to write the scrap and as they can produce it. You do have the three actors, Michelle Williams, Tom Hardy, and Woody Harrelson come back, and we are going to get Carnage. So I guess I can give you that. But it's just after what Sony has done to Spider-Man, taking him out of the MCU, I'm just even more upset at this movie because the first one was lazy, it was stupid, it was horrible, and I just really didn't care about. I just didn't really care. And this comes out on October the 2nd. I just I just don't really I just don't really care about this this movie. It's just gonna be it's gonna be just as bad as that last one, and that this is Venom 2. No reason to just no reason to make a sequel to Venom other than just to make fans like me who like Venom and just make me very upset that I'm already was with that movie. So at the end of the day, this is my most anticipated, no, my least anticipated of 2020. What's up, Tryon? Alright, guys, so that's my. Alright. Alright, so that was my least anticipated movies of 2020 list. Hope you enjoyed this little live stream. Let me know what you guys think of my least anticipated list 2020 down below. What is your list? Do you agree with these? Do you not agree? Which movie are you enjoying the most? And I'll see you guys for more videos. You guys keep cool, join the Epictasticness, and stay awesome.